Working with an Envoy here. We're going to be changing the shift cable. Here's the new part right here. Many of these GM products have issues with the shift cable on the automatic transmission models. Most of the time it's a problem with this plastic bushing disintegrating and popping off of the lever on the side of the transmission. You can buy just a new bushing, but in this instance the customer wants to replace the entire cable. You'll know that you have this issue if you're ever able to move the shift selector around, but it doesn't go into gear. So at the bottom, I'm going to pull that away. If any bushing got stuck onto the shaft here, you're going to want to remove that. But in this case, it looks like it came out cleanly. You move this way, you have to pull that metal clip out. Set that aside. You may wish to use that on the new part. Now to get this out, you have to push these two plastic tabs together. It comes out like so. Pop that out. You can push this grommet upwards. Now at this point we lower the truck back down and remove it from the top. I've got this truck back on the ground. We're gonna trace this cord. It's coming up through here somewhere. So I'm gonna get the floor mat out of the way. And I'm going to pop this trim up and out. So with the trim out, I can now lift this carpet up. There's where the cable comes up, right around here somewhere. So I'm gonna have to pull this carpet back. There's the cable right here. I think the cable goes up through here. You've got to remove these phillips here in the center console. I'm actually going to pull this shift knob back a little bit. Gain some clearance. So lifting this up, I can see the cable in there. We're on the right track. We've got this up and out of the way. You can see here there's a lot of crap in here. But we're keeping our eye on the prize, and that is this cable here. If I slide the selector forward to park, it will give me enough room and clearance to pop this off. There we go, so I've got that popped off. Now this piece in the front, take your thumb and push the tab forward and then pull straight up and it will come right out. It's just that easy. Now to continue getting this out, getting this uninstalled, you need to gain a little more clearance over here by removing these phillips. So at this point I've pulled a lot of the carpet away from where it is installed. I've moved this up and out of the way. We've got basically all of this loose. And if you look in here, you can actually see the end of the cable. So if I reach in and grab it, at first it seems like it won't want to move, but that's only because this plastic duct is in the way. But I can kind of force this around it. I just pull it. It'll just come right out. You can floss your teeth. Nice. So yeah, I've got that just hanging out there. So now at this point, it's really nothing to just reach in and pull this the rest of the way through. You don't want to give yourself some slack. Go ahead and get this up under the carpet so you don't rip it. Boom. Just comes right out like so. So now the fun part. We're gonna have to feed this new part. We're gonna have to feed this new cable in the same route that the old one was. So the way we do this is you just go up under the carpet with it. And you're aiming for this little opening. So once you see it coming out through the opening, you can reach in and grab, kind of feed it up. Just like so. Sweet. So I got this hanging out here. First I'm going to slide it down onto the bracket. Then I'm going to pop this on. Takes a fair amount of strength, but you should be able to just push that on to the bushing there. And while the carpet's still out, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up. Just feed the new cable down here. So, try to send the cable that way. This you just kind of pop in like so. You want to make sure it's in there good. If you don't install this correctly, water can actually come back up through it, mess up your carpet. Speaking of carpet, now it's time to kind of guide it back into place.
Pop the trim back in. The little plastic piece on the trim goes into its receiver there.
Kind of give it the old smack down, if you will. Piece you rotate forward. It's easier to reinstall this if you slide the gear selector backwards. I'll rotate this around. Got to reinstall these phillips here. Got everything reinstalled up top. Make sure that your selector is in park. You got the floor mat back in, everything's good to go. At this point, we're gonna raise the vehicle back up and finish installing the cable. Got the car up in the air, time to reinstall this cable. So it kind of feeds back this way. One of these clips pops up. I guess you can use whichever one you want. I'm gonna pull this back a little bit, make it easier to reinstall. Pop that on like so. And this is very important. Make sure you slide it all the way forward to park. Once you've done that, you can slide this into, actually, all right, pull that back. There we go. Slide that up into position. This goes forward. Now you slide this into park, and then you pull down on that plastic bit up here. That locks the cable adjustment into place. And the last step you can do is pop this up right here. The last step you can do is push this into position. This holds the cable up and out of the way. That's it. You've got a new cable. Now we're all good to go.